Adulting gets stressful when everything is random. Money feels messy, dating feels confusing, confidence feels unstable, and you keep telling yourself you're gonna get everything together, but your life remains unorganized and unstructured. This video is an adulting blueprint that makes life feel more clear and easier again, because it's gonna give you the rules on money, standards, discipline, and soft living. Who doesn't love living in their soft era? This video isn't gonna be a long run. It's going to be an ultimate blueprint, because adulting becomes a lot more easier when there's an operating system involved. When you have structure and systems in your life for specific areas, it makes it so much more easier because you reach flow state. You know, okay, this is how I'm handling my finances, this is how I'm handling my love life, this is how I'm handling my platonic relationship, etc. And so I'm going to give you the ultimate blueprint on how you do exactly that. Let's talk about the real truth of adulting. Adulting is not hard because women are lazy or incapable. Adulting feels hard because many women are trying to live a grown lifestyle with teenage systems. No structure, no standards, no financial plan, and emotions running and taking control of your day and your reality. When this happens, life starts to feel chaotic and overwhelming. Now, let me share with you the goal here. The goal is not to strive for perfection, because perfection doesn't exist in life. The goal is to be organized, because a woman who's organized looks confident, feels confident, dates better, saves better, and makes better decisions overall. Be sure to check out my video on how to make better decisions in life. It'll be linked in the card. So I'm going to break this down into different pillars. Let's start off with pillar 1, which is all things money and entering your rich girl era. You have to recognize that money is the foundation, because stress reduces when the basics is handled. So we need to get right with the money, okay? What I need you to do is stop seeing money and finances from an emotional standpoint. Start seeing it from a logical standpoint. Always remember in life that money is a renewable source. It comes, it goes, and it comes back, okay? Remember that. The only thing in life that is not replaceable is your time. Your time does not come back. This is why your time is your biggest asset. This is why your career wants all your time. This is why that bummy man that wasn't meant for you wants all your time and attention and wants you to feed his ego. This is why social media is constantly trying to get your attention, to distract you from reality. It is your time. Simple adulting blueprint when it comes to money looks like this. First, your bills are predictable. You know exactly what is coming in and what is going out. You know exactly what payments you need to do every month. You literally memorize the dates as to when the phone bills come into your account, when your subscriptions, your entertainment subscriptions are coming. Nothing is a shocker. And this is why you need to analyze your statements. You need to go through month by month. I recommend going through the last 3 months of your bank statements and analyzing what bills come in and go. A lot of women don't realize how much money is going, right? And yes, I'm a big believer on making more money rather than reducing your expenses. It is really important for you to realize what is being charged and when, so you can take full control. And if you do feel like there are unnecessary subscriptions, cancelling them. Then I want you, if you're a woman who likes to treat herself often, I'm gonna need you to create a budget. So maybe you're gonna do a weekly or bi-weekly budget of how much you're gonna spend during the week or every 2 weeks, right? I don't want you to completely cut out your spendings, because it's important to treat yourself, especially as a woman. Like, we like to look good, we like to feel good, we like to do things that we love. So this should be incorporated, because sometimes I get the frugal lifestyle if it's necessary and you need to do it for a certain season. I highly recommend it. There is a lot of content on that. However, if you know you're kind of okay, just create a structure and a system as to how much you are willing to spend every 2 weeks, a little bit of play money for your hard work that you do every month. And I want you to create a savings and investing system. This is going to be an automatic system that you can do every single month, that's going to help you to build and compound money over time, as well as having kind of like a Vex money fund that you keep aside just in case you want to walk away from a negative environment, a negative workplace, or if you have a man that's providing for you and he ain't shit, getting your Vex money ready will allow you to escape and keep it stepping. So investing, if you've never invested before, your best bet is to start with stocks. Of course, this is not professional financial advice. However, stable stocks such as the S&P 500, where you can allocate a bit of money every month, maybe £100, this is going to compound in the long run. It's not going to give you a quick fix or quick, increase effect, But just being able to practice putting money aside and letting money work for you is going to be game changing for you. And as you study the markets, as you study different stocks, you can also invest in stocks that you're interested in, right? Maybe even beauty companies. You could also do that and make it a fun experience for yourself. As it pertains to Vex money and emergency fund money, you want to have anywhere between 3 to 6 months worth of your bills, expenses, and living expenses saved. This is just for the unlikely. If the unlikely was to happen, you are covered financially to keep you afloat while you're looking for the next opportunity. Of course, I highly recommend having some sort of side hustle. If you work full-time, make sure you start some sort of side hustle that allows you to make and increase funds. We are living in a creator economy, so I would be a fool not to recommend you starting content creation if it's something you have been interested in. You can even do a faceless YouTube channel. You could do a podcast. You could start one of those motivational channels where you basically just incorporate different videos that already exist and merge them into like a big video compilation. People tend to love to watch this because they are consuming positivity. Whatever it may be, maybe you start a business in an area that you're interested in. Beauty. If you want any advice on starting a lip gloss business, you check out my channel. I have loads of videos on this. Fashion, a clothing company, a jewelry company. There are so many. So do your research and do try to find ways to make more money outside of work. Pillar 2 is all about your standards. Your standards are basically your rules. It's your form of guidance. See it as your guardian angel. It helps avoid you being in low quality experiences, low quality relationships, and low quality environments. So this needs to be solidified as you enter and maintain and go through womanhood. A woman with no standards accepts any and everything that comes her way. This is where she ends up having a low quality life until she wakes up. I don't want that for you. So decide what your standards are in each area of your life. This includes your career, this includes dating, this includes your lifestyle, this includes everything, how you show up in a world, right? You can literally jot it down on a notebook or use a platform such as Notion to help provide some structure and how to truly create your standards list. If you want more advice on this, be sure to check out my Level Up playbook because I go into detail on this and I provide journal prompts to help you. And if you want something more in-depth and more detailed, sign up to the Inner Boss Hub Circle because I have a module all about this. So some examples of questions you can ask yourself is, what behaviors do I allow around me? What are some non-negotiable behaviors and treatments that I deserve in any relationship, whether that be friendships, dating, etc. There is no such thing as unrealistic standards. They're just standards that suit your needs. And decide to yourself as well, once you've set these specific standards, you're not wavering from them. You're not gonna just set a standard or a boundary and that's it. You're just doing it for decoration. No, you need to keep reminding your brain every single day that you have these standards. So it helps you operate from that version in reality in life. It's not enough just to consume this video and get motivated. You have to take the information and actually be proactive to practice these standards. Recognize that standards show up in what you tolerate and what you walk away from calmly. You never have to over-explain yourself as to why you don't want to tolerate a certain thing. Girl, you can just throw them the deuces and keep it stepping. Okay? And this is why the law of detachment is so important. Never attach to anything. Realize that nothing in this world is yours, but when you realize this, everything in the world is yours. Everything will naturally gravitate towards you. I know you've been there. That scenario where you poured everything into a guy, you loved him, you were so desperate and you just wanted his validation, attention, time, and for him to pursue you. And because you cling to him for the living daylight, he ran away. He ain't never ran before, but that day he ran faster than you ever realized. The minute you decided to let go, he came back chasing you and you were no longer interested. That's the energy I want you to keep within all areas of your life. It will change and transform. So stop negotiating with people who don't respect you, who don't give you the value you deserve, and start operating with audacity. Decide that you deserve the life that you want and that's it. It's non-negotiable. Because once you start to see yourself at that level, life starts reworking in your favor. The women who get what they want, they operate from that frequency. So do the same thing and you will also get what you want. Pillar 3 is all about confidence. Confidence builds when self-trust is stable. If you want a cheat code on how to truly build self-confidence, you've got to start showing up for yourself. Whatever you promise yourself you're going to do it. This will build the ultimate internal confidence. Of course, as well, there are the shallow ways, which is very important still. Look good, build your signature look, make sure that your aesthetic is on par, right? Because this allows you to feel good. And when you feel good, you operate from a higher level. And day to day, as you're communicating communicating with the outside world, you're operating from a confident level, which is what we want. But the best way you can build unshakable confidence is by showing up for yourself in your daily routines, the things that you need to get done. Don't be someone who promises that they're going to go to the gym today and then they don't go. I promise you, you'll feel like crap. Decide to practice delayed gratification and show up to the gym even if you don't feel like it. This is going to build confidence. Doing this as well will shift your identity, because the more you show up, the more you're persistent, the more you are working towards your best self. This is having an impact on your identity because you're now recognizing the woman you're becoming, one that shows up for herself. And this is a fast track to getting the life that you want. So be sure to show up for yourself to build ultimate self-trust, and the game will change. Pillar 4 is all about discipline. Let me tell you something, okay? Discipline is needed in womanhood. I hate to say it. I wish I could sit here and tell you that you don't need discipline, girl. You need to do this instead. No, you need discipline. You need to be a woman who practices delayed gratification, because when you do all these things, what do you think happens? You get the life that you want. So practice showing up for yourself even when you don't feel like it. Practice the skill of delayed gratification. What does delayed gratification mean? It means delaying immediate pleasures for a greater reward in the future. When you know you are elevating, you are leveling up, you are choosing a life that is different from the norm, you have to do things that you don't want to do. I know you don't feel like doing it, but if you want to see results and transformation, you've got to do it. Because remember, guys, we are becoming someone we've never been before, which means we have to do things that we've never done. So a grown woman has perfected her morning routine that allows her to start the day with herself in mind, whether that's through rituals of prayer, reading the word, listening to a motivational video, reading a self-development book. These are all things that pour into herself at the break of dawn, early in the morning. She has a structured daily routine. She knows when she's going to work. She knows exactly what she's doing on her lunchtime. She knows exactly what she's doing the first hour after work, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's walking, she's getting her steps in. And she has a secured night routine, her routine to unwind. This is the structured routine that's going to get you results. So sit down and jot down exactly what you need to do. Create and build your routine to work in your favor for your desired reality. You also need to build routines for days when you don't feel like it and hard days. Most women build routines for the perfect days when they feel motivated. But the reality is there are going to be some days where you don't feel like it, or let's say it's that time of the month. So what are we doing on the days where we don't feel like it? Some less extreme habits, but we're still showing up for ourselves. Make sure you prepare for those days so you're still getting results. If you prepare for the worst, but you maintain on your best days, you will never be at lack. Pillar 5 is your mindset. You need to have the right mindset on this journey. If you genuinely want to see growth, you have to rewire your brain for success, because you could make progress. You could actually be on track to leveling up. But if you do not see yourself as worthy of having the life that you want, do you know what you're going to do? You're going to self-sabotage. You're going to stop yourself from achieving and accomplishing that lifestyle. Why? Because you don't see yourself as worthy of achieving that. So that has to change. You have to start affirming to yourself that you're abundant and deserving of the desired reality that you want. You have to start saying things like, I am highly blessed, I am blessed and highly favored, I am divinely protected, everything I want wants me, everything in life works for my good. Remember, you got positive and negative thoughts. Decide to water the positive thoughts and your reality will become exactly that. You need to work on your internal world, your self-concept and your mindset in order to get results. And I go into detail about this in one of my modules in the Inner Boss Up Circle. So link in the bio to sign up. Okay, or check out my Level Up playbook, because in the 96-page guide, we go into detail about this, how to rewire your brain, how to train your mindset for success. But essentially, adopt a growth mindset. In womanhood, you need to adopt a growth mindset and start to see life as working in your favor and working for you and not happening to you. Simple mindset shifts will change your reality. And of course, let's talk about the soft life era. So this is pillar 6. Soft life doesn't mean being lazy or neglecting the responsibilities. It just means, first of all, having a regulated nervous system, incorporating small things in your life that allows you to operate from your feminine energy, and slowly but surely building a softer lifestyle. Soft life truly means confronting the hard realities and actually creating plans and strategies to help you overcome those hard realities, so they're no longer hard reality. It's also about incorporating some routines and systems that allow you to remain calm. So this could be as simple as drinking some tea. I like to unwind every night with a good old mint tea. This calms me the hell down. right? You've got to think about some different soft life rituals that you can implement every night, every day, every week, every 2 weeks, every month. And that's going to be unique to you. It could be shopping. It could be shopping. If it's shopping, we got to find some more ways to fund that soft lifestyle habit. Whatever you want it to be, start small and incorporate it, and it's going to compound over time to give you an actual soft lifestyle. So don't be overwhelmed by everything that you see of soft living, even the content I might, create. Start small, because whatever age you are, you can start small, incorporate more as you grow and as you build, and it just gets easier and easier. The little steps you take, the better chances. Ask yourself, how can I intentionally ensure that I make my life a little bit more softer today? So remember, ladies, adulting stops feeling heavy when your life is organized, when your life is structured, and when you really take the time to analyze. I hope this video has taught you that structure, systems, and organization needs to take place if you want to transform your life and you want to get control during this journey of adulthood. And remember, it's okay to have some bad days. It's okay to feel a bit like, but get back up. If you ever find yourself being off track on your progress of leveling up and elevating to a new reality, give yourself grace. Once you've given yourself grace, get back up, keep going, okay? And always remember not to live life by your feelings. Don't let your emotions control the narrative of your life, but think from a place of logic and strategy, and your whole life will transform. All right, that's it for this video, ladies. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what area in specific you're going to be working on and why. I would love to know. And yeah, have a lovely day. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.